Hello, friends. I'm Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and welcome to my craft corner for another Stamp With Me Tuesday. This week we are doing a fun fold, and I am really excited to share it with you. I think that you're going to like it. I hope that you're going to like it. Oh no, my sound just got a little bit off. Fix that. Let me see. All right, I got a whole new setup tonight, so let me know if I look okay because I have a new camera on my face. I feel like I look a little blue, but I don't know. And I have a new microphone tonight. So hopefully the sound is good. Hopefully maybe the picture's a little bit better on my face. We'll see. If you are here and joining me live, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know that you're watching. Hello, Lita. Welcome. And welcome also to those who are watching the replay. I'm so glad that you're here as well. And I would love for you to leave me a comment. Let me know that you're watching the replay too. Oh, hello, Letitia and Nicole and Jude and Jill. Oh, you guys are awesome. And Janet, I'm so glad everybody's here. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Hello, Heather. I'm going to go ahead and flip around my cameras, which undoubtedly I will choose the wrong one. No, I didn't. There we go. All right. So here are my hands down here. Let's look at the stamp set that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the Taco Fiesta stamp set tonight. I'm going to be using this Thursday as well. So this is a little sneak peek. Now, I have not made this card yet with the Taco Fiesta stamp set. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Hopefully you all saw the supply list ahead of time, and maybe you are stamping along with me. If you're stamping with me, go ahead. Let me know. Let me know that you're stamping along with me tonight. So hopefully I try not to go too fast, but I know sometimes I do. I kind of go fast. Oh, good. Lena, you says it looks and sounds good. I'm so glad. All right. Let's go over the supplies that hopefully you pre-cut already. Okay. You're stamping along with me. Awesome. So you should have a piece of patterned paper that is 5 inches by 5¼ inches. And hopefully you like both sides. We'll see how this goes. I should have told you something to get a really plain pattern, but it'll be beautiful no matter what. And then you have a piece of cardstock, and the cardstock is 10½ by 4 inches. Okay, Janet, you're stamping with me too. Awesome. Hello, Jan. And then you have another piece of cardstock, and the other piece of cardstock is 5½ by 4¼ inches. And you have a piece of white or vanilla cardstock that is 3¾ by 5. All right, so you got 3 pieces of cardstock there and a piece of pattern paper. Not it. 57 degrees. That sounds nice, but maybe it's supposed to be warmer than that. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to start. We're going to pull out our paper trimmer, and I'm going to start with this piece of paper that is 10½ by 4 inches. And I want to score this at 2 5/8 and 7 7/8. So I'm going to start by scoring it at 2 5/8. Now, where's the 1/8 marks? If you have the Stampin' Up paper trimmer, and I wish I could zoom this in for you. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's look at that. All right. So you have the Stampin' Up paper trimmer. You have a 1, okay? The big mark between the 1 and the 2, that's the 1/2 inch. The medium mark between the 1 and the 1/2 inch is the 1/4 inch. And then the medium mark between the 1/4 inch and the 1/2 inch is the 1/8 inch mark. So 2 5/8 is just 1/8 bigger than 2 1/4. So we're just going to go up to, or 2 1/2. Oh, if I can talk. So we're going to go up to the 5/8 inch mark. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go up to the 2 5/8 inch mark. And that is just that next, 2 marks. There's a tiny mark, and then the next size mark over from the 2½ line. And I'm going to score this with my scoring blade, which is the light color. Okay, now you could also use a scoreboard for this. You know, you guys, I'll let you in on a secret. I don't have a scoreboard, and I really don't have any plans to get them. I've heard lots of people say that they're better for scoring, and they're easier for scoring and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, I'm like, that is a big thing that I would have to store someplace. And I have this little tiny craft corner that already has way too much stuff in it. So yeah, I just use my paper trimmer, which I think works just fine, but that's probably because I've never tried the scoreboard to know that it works better. Anyway, we're also going to score at 7 7/8 inch. So that's the 1/8 inch tick mark just below the 8. So you got a teeny tiny tick mark and then the 1/8 inch tick mark just below the 8. That's going to be 7 7/8 inch. We'll just line it up there and score it. Give that a good score. I'm going to set my trimmer aside for just a second. And we're going to start by folding one side. I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to score that first side. So remember, we scored this at 2 5/8 and 7 7/8. So I just folded one over, and these are going to match in the middle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to match that right up, and I'm going to hold that tight. And that's just going to help us score, you know, yes, there's a score mark there, but you can kind of fold in a different spot on the score mark sometimes. So kind of lining that up right in the middle helps you get that nice and flush and flat. Whew, if I can talk. We're going to do just a little bit of stamping on this one. Now, I said I'm using the Taco Fiesta stamp set. This is Granny Apple Green paper. So you can pick whatever you want, but on this part, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it tone on tone. I think it's just kind of a nice tone on tone. And I'm just going to stamp some little avocados here. And I'm just kind of doing them every which direction. And just kind of as a little decoration. Some little avocados. And I'm just going to do a line across the bottom of avocados. All right. So not too many, just kind of across the bottom. I'm not filling up the whole thing. Now you can wait and you can stamp this later if you want to see how, you know, what we're going to do. This is just kind of the first little stamping. And set this aside. And we're going to do some more scoring. All right. So tell me how you are. If you're stamping along with me, how are you guys doing? Are you keeping up? And like I said, you can wait and stamp this later. That is perfectly fine. I just did a little tiny stamp in there because now we're going to come in with our pattern paper. You guys can't even see that. That's like barely showed up. There's our pattern paper right there. Now you do need to know on your pattern paper, which side is the 5 inches and which side is the 5 1/4, which they're really close in size. So it is kind of hard to tell, which is why I love having my grid paper here because I can put this on here and line it up. And I know that this is 5 inches right here. If you do not have grid paper, I don't know how you stamp. It's going well, Carol Sue, good. Because I love having my grid paper here. I use it for so many things, and I love just having that ruler built right next to me. So I know that I have my 5 inch side. All right, we're going to do one more little score line on here, and we're going to do a little bit of cutting. So we want to put the 5 inch side up against our trimmer top, and you can tell that because I can see, okay, this is right in the groove, the cutting groove here. And it's right up against the 5. So I'm on the right side, and this is the side we're going to score. All right. Hello, Anne. So we're going to go ahead and move this down to the 4. All right. We're going to move it down to the 4, and we're just going to score this at 1 inch. Okay. We're just scoring it at 1 inch. Vicki, you're coming in late. No problem. We just did a gatefold. And don't forget, there is a free downloadable quick reference guide over on my website already that will help you put this together. Although I believe there is a mistake. In step number 4 on there, and I'm going to have to go back and then fix this. On step number 4, it says 2 3/8 that we make the next tick mark at, and it's actually going to be 2 5/8. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to score that right at 1 inch. So on that 5 inch side of our pattern paper, 5 inches up here, we're just scoring this at 1 inch. Now, on the opposite side from this fold, so I'm going to go ahead and just put my fold down here. I want to make just a little tick mark at the 2 5/8. So I'm just going to line this up at 2 5/8. And this is the step that was wrong on the directions. It said 2 3/8. It should be 2 5/8. So at 2 5/8, I'm going to line that up. And to make the tick mark, I'm going to do it on the other side because it's lighter. So at 2 5/8, I'll line that up. And I'm just going to make a little tiny tick mark down here. All right. And I just took my pencil and I put it right in the cutting groove and just made a little mark for myself. All right. What we are now going to do, I'm going to fold this just to make it easier to see where that fold is, we are going to cut on both sides from that fold to the tick mark, right? And then from the fold to the tick mark. So I'm coming in here. I'm going to line up the fold right in the groove, right? And I actually kind of just hold it there while I pivot. So I line the fold, the score line, up in the groove. And then down here, let me pull this up just a little bit. I have that tick mark that I made. I made that tick mark at 2 5/8, and that is lined up in the score, in the cutting groove as well. And then I just go ahead, oops, I jiggled just a little bit. Just go ahead and I just trim that. And that gives us an angle, all right? I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna line up my score mark with my cutting groove. If I can think of the right words, I'm gonna pull it down. And now I'm just gonna line it up with that corner down there and just cut that off. And that gives us a nice triangle. All right. Give everybody just a minute to finish that part up, because I know that's a little bit tricky. So let me go over that again. We scored it at 1 inch, okay? So it was in the paper trimmer at the 5-inch side up here, 5 inches up here. We scored it at 1 inch. We made a tick mark down here. We pivoted it, made a tick mark down here at 2 5/8. And then we cut from the score line to the tick mark on both sides. All right. Hopefully y'all got that. And we'll give this a good crease on the top. Now you need to choose which one do you want on the front of your card and which pattern do you want on the inside of your card. I'm going to do mine like this, I think. All right. I'm going to put the green on the outside and I'm going to put the white on the inside. And what we're going to do is we're going to adhere this right on here, just like this. All right. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put some adhesive on my flap. Right? You can use whatever adhesive you want. I'm using green glue, so I have a little bit of wiggle room on it. All right. But if you want, you can use Stampin' Seal or the Stampin' Seal Plus or tear and tape. You can use whatever on this. And then I'm just going to take this, I'm going to set it down, all right, with the opening in the center here. And I want my little avocados down here at the bottom. So if you haven't stamped yet, that's really good because then you don't have to keep track of what side they're on. And I'm just going to line this up in to that score line. And then I'm going to pull this over. And I'm just going to lay that flat. Make sure it's all lined up on the front. And there we are, right? We got a little flap and then it opens. Yeah. All right. How's everybody doing? Are you guys keeping up with me? I'm going to take a drink of water. Hopefully y'all are keeping up with me. Whew. We're going to get to the stamping part and just like, actually, you know what? We're going to do the stamping part now. That way, maybe people will catch up because I'm going to have to do some coloring on my stamping. So I have a piece of scrap white. Now, what you need is you need a die or a punch. Anything that is about, so I'm using this punch. And of course, I don't remember, you know, I should write my name. I should write the names on the punches because I never remember what they are called, but it is this one. Look, you can see me in it. All right. But it just kind of needs to be about that size. All right. Not too big, not too small. Just kind of like that. I've used the cloud punch. I've used the stitch, the stylish shapes dies. You could use all sorts of stuff for this. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm popping this out. All right. Just like that. And now I'm going to stamp on this, make this look cute. So let me grab, let me see. I want some memento because I'm going to color with some Stampin' Blends tonight. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start by doing the sentiment. I usually like to do my sentiments first, so I know that there's the right amount of space for them. And hopefully get it straight. Yeah, I got a little bit of backstamping, but that's okay. So we have our little stamp on there. It says, "Your nacho average friend." I think that's so funny. This set cracks me up because it has all sorts of funny sayings in it. All All right, I'm going to stamp. This is going to be guacamole. It could be salsa. I'm making it guacamole. I don't even like guacamole. I don't know. How do you guys feel about guacamole? I know lots of people love guacamole. They think it is like awesome and amazing. That is not me. I do not love guacamole. All right, I'm going to put some nacho chips on here because all right, there's our chips and our guacamole. You love guac? Jude, you say ew. I'm with you. Ew. Ew. Guacamole. But it's going to match really well. And I love the little avocados. So I was like, I'm gonna make a guacamole. I was gonna do salsa, but then the paper I used was green, and I don't know, I didn't have a reddish paper that I wanted to use. So we're making it guac. By the way, I don't think I talked about it, but this is the Dandy Delight Designer Series paper. It's that celebration paper that you can get that I love. If you haven't heard me talk about it already, it's free with a $100 order, and I love it. It's one of those big stacks, so it's 12 by 12 paper, and there's 48 pieces in there, and you get it free with a $100 order. Amazing. And it's just, I don't know, the designs are just perfect. It works with so much, and they're just basic, right? It's not like pictures or anything, so you can just use them with anything. All right, I'm coloring in my gross guacamole. Although it sounds like you guys all love guacamole. So I probably shouldn't be calling it gross. That's great. I'm glad that you love it. It's probably like, I don't know, it's probably got vitamins in it or something. All right, I'm going to come in. I think I'm going to use, I don't remember what I used for my chips. How about the light Daffodil Delight? Use the light Daffodil Delight to do my chips. Just color those in. What colors? I'm thinking to myself as I do this, it's really pretty paper, isn't it? Oh, you got yours today. Oh, I'm so glad. Now, if you ordered paper share from me or product share, I was hoping to have it out today. And y'all, I made so many mistakes in my ordering. I had to place 2 more orders because I realized I missed stuff. And then what was I just going to say? Whoa, right out the window. The envelopes to put the paper in, I ran out. So I had to order some more of those yesterday. But luckily, everything is now has shipped. So finally, it has all shipped because shipping has been very slow lately. It's all shipped. And it's supposed to all be here this week. So hopefully I'll be able to get those in the mail like Saturday morning. That would be fantastic. So I feel really bad that I made so many mistakes. And then I was hoping to maybe like, oh, I could send out some of these. And then I ran out of the envelopes to put the paper in, and that kind of put the kibosh on that because I don't have some of all the paper. I have all of 2 or 3 papers that have not been bagged yet. So it's been a challenge. I'll get there. So hopefully those will go out this week. They're on my website. If you want the free downloadable quick reference guide, it is on my website. So if you go to onigostamping.com and then you go to card making ideas, and you'll see a post. The top post is going to be for today, and it's going to be this design, and the quick reference guide is in there. You ate lots of guacamole? Oh, that's good. All right. So I'm almost done coloring. I'm just adding a little bit more color to my guac bowl. Adding in some dark crumb cake. I colored this with crumb cake. I don't know. It just seems like kind of a, I don't know, kind of just a blah bowl. Maybe it should have been red or something. I don't know. For some reason, it felt like it needed to be crumb cake. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a little bit of shadow on here. I don't, I have this thing about images that are just floating. I like them to like be anchored to something. So I'm just going to put in a little bit of shadow marks under there. And then I'm going to come in with my, hello, Cindy, salsa's yummy. All right. I'm going to come in with my color lifter, and I'm just going to go over those shadow marks that I put in, and this is just going to lighten it. Now, you're not going to see it happen right away, but as it dries, I had two to show you, which I just have one, but as that dries, that'll lighten just a little bit, and then it just kind of looks like shading. Well, thank you, Vicki. It's the blenders. It's the Stampin' Blends. All right, there is our little tag. So hopefully y'all are doing pretty well on your stamping and coloring and whatever you need to do, and you're ready to move on. So I'm going to move on and show you how to put the rest of this card together. I'm going to adhere this to my other piece of cardstock. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back of my card. So much fun. Oh, I want to stamp the inside too. I forgot that. All right. So we're going to stick this on here, just like this. How about a couple avocados on the inside? What do you think? So that's going to be just like that. All right. And I'm going to put my sentiment down over here. I don't know, over there, maybe over here. It's going to go down over here. All right. And I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals and put those on here. And I want to make sure, I just want to put the Stampin' Dimensionals over here. We don't want to get them up here in this corner because we don't want it to, we don't want to adhere it shut all the way. We're going to just tuck it under there. So we're going to put our dimensionals over here. Cindy, this is the Taco Fiesta set. So I'm just going to put my fingers here, keep myself from putting my dimensionals in the wrong spot. And I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back here. Now, this is a card design that we did at my last team meeting for my team a couple months ago. So I just started having team meetings with my team, which I really like. And I think every time we get together, we're going to make a card together as part of our team meeting. So our next one is next Friday. I'm really excited. I got to figure out what I'm going to share with them. But I'm really excited for our team meeting. And if there is still time to join my team and get in on that team meeting, because I'd love to have you there. The more, the merrier. All right. I'm going to add some avocados in here. Oh, I know what else I forgot to do. All right. Put a couple avocados on there. And then, I forgot. I hope that this doesn't mess up. And never stamp when you're all done. Never stamp when you are all done, because inevitably this will mess up. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stamp on my piece that's already on there. Oh, so now he has a little face. Isn't that cute? And don't forget, I'm going to be using this set again on Thursday. I got more cards to share with you with it. This is just my off-the-cuff card with it. All right, let's go ahead and make some avocados. Oops, this is the dark. I'll start with the light. Color in my avocados. Give these a little bit of color. Now, I got some more samples for you. Don't forget, I have more samples for you of this. More things to share with you. But I got to color my little avocados and put them inside first. Just put some shading down here at the bottom. I don't know what avocados look like on the inside. I don't eat them. All right. And add some more. Just like this. And I'm totally getting it in the pit area. I was trying not to. And I think I'm going to come in. How about some mossy meadow? I feel like the outside of avocados are really, really dark. I'm going to put mossy meadow on there. This is the light. I went with the light first because I thought, well, maybe the dark is a little too dark, but maybe it wouldn't have been. But I think this is okay. I don't think I'm even going to try to shade this because this is too skinny for shading. I'm just going to color it. And I'm totally going over the lines. Whatevs. Let's do the pits in crumb cake just to match the rest of our card. Pits are probably actually a little bit darker, but it's gonna match. You think that you love the face? I know, me too. I love that this has faces. You guys, I am a sucker for stamps with faces. Yeah, totally. I am a sucker for when you can put faces on things. I don't know what it is, but okay, there's the inside. So we'll take this. So now you can pop this open, and there's the inside of your card. And we'll pop this part on the inside of the card, and then I'll show you my other samples. So I got some fun ones. I think all the rest of them are floral. They're pretty. They're really pretty. And you guys, I want to see what you made. So I'm going to post a picture of my other samples over on the Facebook group tonight. Okay, over in the Facebook group tonight. I'm going to post that over there. And I want you guys to go over and post pictures of your cards too, so we can all see them, because I want to see what you made. All right, so there's the inside of our card, and then we can just close it up, and we'll just tuck this little envelope flap under there, and then it stays closed. Super fun. Let me show you my other set, my other samples. Let me push all the junk out of the way. All right. Here is one. This is with the new Marigold Moments stamp set. Is it silly to buy a stamp set for the only reason that it has cute little faces and a mustache? No. I would say no, because I love the cute little faces and the mustache. All right, this is the Marigold Moments stamp set. This is brand new. This is the first time I had used this, and let me tell you, these marigolds are gorgeous. And I don't like marigolds. They're not my favorite, but yeah. All right. So it says you have a heart of gold, and look at those marigolds on there. Wait till I open this. Wait till you see the ones on the inside. Check this out. Oh, look at those marigolds. Aren't those amazing? I don't know. I just think they're amazing. They're so pretty. I stamped these in Mango Melody and Pumpkin Pie, and I just think they're great. So it says thanks inside. And this, of course, is that Dandy Designs paper again. Oh, thank you. Thanks, you guys. I'm so glad that you like them. So I'll just slide that under there. So there's that one. And then I have one with the Sentimental Park stamp set and the Regency Park pattern paper. So here again, I use the names. I must be tired tonight. The words are just flying out of my head. I use the Stylish Shapes dies, and it says thanks. And then I just stamped some flowers in the background. And it opens up and it says, for all the wonderful things you do, with a flower on the inside too. So really sweet. Just like that. Super easy to make. All right. Then I have one more, and this is with the Beautifully Happy stamp set. This is a celebration item, right? And then more of the Dandy Designs pattern paper. I'm going to be using that for everything for the next month. All right. This is on Fresh Freesia. And this one, I punched out the cloud. All right. The marigolds are awesome. I know, they're so beautiful. I'm going to do a whole day with the marigolds in the next few weeks, I think, hopefully. Sometime, well, I should say in the next few months, probably closer to Mother's Day. So maybe in April. Just because I have so many things to show you. Anyway, all right. So for this one, I punched the clouds out for the sentiment and put the sentiment on there. And then you can see I stamped some of those beautiful flowers on the inside, and then it opens up just like that. And I stamped this one, I stamped on the inside sides too. So just really happy, fun birthday message. You're very welcome, Nicole. I'm so glad you like it. So there is that one. Those are my sample cards. Like I said, you can see more pictures of these over on my website. You can grab the quick reference guide. for them. All of the supply lists for these 3 are over there, not the other one. This one will be up later this week. So Thursday we're going to do more with the Taco Fiesta set on Thursday. So I'm going to put this on Thursday's blog. So those supplies will be up Thursday. But these 3 are already over there for you to look at and find all the information you need. If you have questions, you're always welcome to ask me questions. The sentiment on the cloud. I love stamping the sentiment on the clouds. I do that a lot. Oh, thank you, Vicki. I'm so glad you guys like it. Well, thank you all so very much. Thank you for coming to hang out with me tonight. I hope you had fun. And I hope you make one of these cards. Like I said, I'm going to go post a picture, and I want you to go post your picture too as a comment to that card, so we can all see them and see how they all turned out different. Because I love to see what you guys are making. So, all right, I'll see you all back on Thursday night. I'm going to be using some more of the Taco Fiesta stamp set. I got some great cards. I actually already made them. Are you guys surprised? I actually have the stuff made this week. The instructions are over on my website. So in the blog post for tonight, there's a website. If you click on quick reference guide, that is going to have all the directions for you. All right. And then the link to that is in the description of this video. And when I go post that picture over on Facebook, I'll post the link to the blog post as well. All right. I hope you all have a fabulous evening, and I will see you again on Thursday.